Hey folks, this is Peter at the Shalom Piece, and today we're going to have a little bit of a writing class, probably introduction really to Hebrew writing. I'm a no frills kind of guy. You probably already know that about me if you've seen any of my other videos. The music or the readings, and now the writing. You'll notice that I don't take a lot of attention into all of the, special equipment for calligraphy writing, things like that. I'm a very simple person. And that means that if I can do it, you can do it. And I bet you can do it better than me. And let's just move forward here. So see, I'm set up here to do some writing. Move my camera a little bit. I got my paper out ready. I have other papers too. I have large papers, big art booklets and things like that with paper. I have my alphabet set up above over there, and that is to help me do what I call kind of a quality control. You're always looking at that letter, making sure you're writing the correct form and spacing, things like that. And I'm pretty much a freehand writer, so I try to learn to where I am by looking at the letters, I've already written, things like that, where I'm starting. Also, you could use internet, alphabets. They're found all over the place. I mean, there's all kinds of companies right now that are providing people lessons in Hebrew, and you'll get free, templates and things like that. I did not use one of these classes. I just taught myself how to read Hebrew. So I learned the alphabet first, each letter, learned what they sound like. I think I got some flashcards is what I got. And then I started learning how this sounded when you speak the letter. And then as I started learning how to read, let's center this so you can see my writing. As I started learning how to read, I started learning how to sound letters together. There's like root words and things. I didn't know all this stuff before I started. So you guys could probably get a much bigger head start than I did by taking one of those classes. But I just taught myself, so I started, figuring out how to sound things together. Anyway, so I got a choice of pens today. Introduction to this is that you'll see that I have different pen types. This is a 3/4 inch. This is a 1/2 inch. This is a 1/4, and this is like a semi-fine pen, actual quill like size. This is a regular just ink pen, and I think that's a 1/4, something like that, just like this one. But it has an ink already inside the pen. The other ones will use ink wells. No, I'm not sure. Oh, this is a correction, like a scratch. So if you make a mistake, you can actually scratch the paper and get the ink off. And make a correction to something. If let's say you have a big piece of work that you've done, a lot of writing, you don't want to throw the whole thing away, and it is acceptable to use this if you can properly clean it up and make it look good. Anyway, so we're gonna figure out what pen we're gonna use today. Do you want me to be brave and use the ink, or just use the regular conventional pen here? Let's be brave. Let's use the ink well. Take away some of these choices here. This is this is my favorite one for my big works of art. Take away the 1/2 inch also. And let's use the 1/4. And let's do the alphabet. How about, let's do the first 5 letters, because I know your guys' attention span isn't gonna be for a whole alphabet. I mean, that could take an hour probably, just doing an alphabet. Anyway, so here we go. First letter in the alphabet, what is it? Aleph, right? So we're going to start up here. And the first, let's get this closer here. The first step to this letter is a long downward stroke. You will make a little scratch downward. See how I have my pen almost, I guess, what do they call that? Not latitude, but longitude. So it's long up. Then I come down and long to the bottom of the area for the letter. My second move on this letter is going to be just a little scratch here. kind of a little piece of wheat. And then up here, we're going to do that. And just a little, boom, little thin mark down right from that. My A's are not always the same. I really got to work on that. So that's one of the things. You want to be consistent with the same letter, you know, the same look every time. That's all the important stuff. Okay, now let's get to the bet, the second letter in the alphabet. Now remember, these are all numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you know, is the letters, also the letters in the alphabet. So here's a bet. Now remember, I'm going to try and make these, all these, I'm freehand, so I'm going to try and make these all the same level. And usually these letters have these top, a lot of the letters have this top like line to it, okay? And that means that you can have kind of an elevation off the top of all the letters. And that's the way I look at it. Then we go, and we get the bet together here. Right? I'm going to go nice and slow for you. No, you, my handwriting's terrible, so you guys I'm sure can do it. Well, I'm trying to write around this camera too, so that's why it's a little bit difficult for me. But anyway, that's the bet, right? Aleph, bet. Gimel is the next one. So the Gimel is a special letter to me. It's unlike any of the other letters. You kind of come down and then go out like this, but you're also going to find a small curvature that comes together with it. Your Gimel. It's a two-piece letter also. So here we go, and then the Dalet, the fourth letter in the alphabet. Remember, they're all kind of on this level, okay? This is freehand. I don't have any lines helping me. And again, I'm writing around a camera, so it's difficult. There's what I call that piece of wheat right there. It's like if you had like 100 of those on one stalk, that would be like a stalk of wheat, right? That's just one grain, right? And they kind of look like they're blowing in the wind. Someone told me that one time. They look like, oh, it looks like it's kind of swaying. The wind is blowing it, you know, the Ruach HaChodesh. And let's do one more letter, just to save your guys' attention span. Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, and Hey. Let's do the Hey. Remember, they're all in the same elevation, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to try and find my spacing about the width of the same letter. This is also a very special letter, the fifth letter. We also have 5 books in the books of Moses, the Torah, or somebody pronounces it Torah. Okay, and hey, now the hey, you don't bring your piece of wheat all the way back up on the other side. There's a short spacing, and that separates it from the chet. Later on, we'll show you that. There's your hey. Okay, and I really appreciate you staying with me and watching this. I hope you guys pick it up and start writing Hebrew. Then you'll start learning to read it, and then you'll be reading Hebrew out loud in the Aliyah and right in front of everybody. It's going to be beautiful. All right? You have a great day. Shalom. Peace.